Hey guys, my name's Louis. I'm back here again with Body Club. Today I'm going to be taking you through a dumbbell workout. So it's really simple. We've got one dumbbell and we're going to do a full body workout. We're going to start off with a basic body weight workout. In our body weight workout, we're going to activate every muscle in the body and then we're going to use one dumbbell. You can see today I've got my wooden dumbbells. So we're trying to take that holistic, biophilic, nature-based approach by using our natural-based materials as well. So the first two exercises that we're going to do are going to be squats and a neutral press. So squats for the legs, neutral press for the shoulders. So they're the first areas that we're going to warm up. We're going to do two simple exercises to do so. So exercise number one, we're going to get ourselves onto the floor and we're going to do 12 glute bridges. Hands down by the side. Our legs or our feet should be about hip width apart. And all we're going to do is drive the glutes up to the ceiling. Feel that activation in the glutes just there. If you feel your hamstrings are taking over, then I just want you to step your heels closer to your glutes and come down and up. Okay, that's 2. So we're going to do this 12 times. Just trying to get the glutes fired up there. I'm trying to engage your core. Try and breathe into your stomach. Squeeze your abs at the top of the motion so we can switch on your core there as well. You may find that your quads are firing up a little bit here as well. That's okay. But the main activation needs to be in those glutes just there. Okay. Movement number 2. Really basic. I'm going to show you from behind so you can see what it's going to look like. We're going to get the hands onto the back of the head without pushing your head. Then we're going to straighten out the elbows, rotate at the shoulders, and then we're going to try to get the back of the hands as far up your lower back as possible. Okay, so you can see the angle from the front. So hands onto the back of the head, straighten out your elbows, circle round, and then travel up your back as far as possible. And really try and keep your spine nice and straight as we work through here. Good stuff. So keep the motion nice and smooth. Do your best that you can to make sure it's the shoulders that move. So I'm not sort of whipping around in my wrist or elbows. Nice, guys. Keep it flowing. Okay. You may feel a bit of a almost fatigue-like feeling here in your shoulders, but that's just simply the shoulders firing up and activating. Nice. 2. Good stuff. Nice. Okay, so we're going to get into it. All right. First exercise is going to be our squats or goblet squats. So grab onto your dumbbell. You can also utilize a kettlebell or just simply a plate. So nice and simple. Holding the dumbbell up by your chest. I'm bringing my feet over shoulder width apart. I'm turning my toes out slightly to open up my hips. And I'm going to drive the glutes back, pushing down into the squat, making sure all the sole of my foot is nice and flat to the floor. So heels are flat, midpoint of the foot is flat, and toes are as well. It's really important we get hip drive back, okay? So we're gonna go for 12 reps here, guys. Pushing the knees away from you as you come up and stand. Head should be looking directly forwards, shoulders squared off, hips squared off. I'm trying to engage my core as much as I can. Nice, guys. Okay, so next up, really important when we finished as well, guys, we just straighten up the arms, push the hips back, bring the dumbbell to the floor. Next up, we're going to go for a neutral lunge. So, sorry, a neutral press. So from a lunge position, back knee down to the floor, lead leg in front of you. We're going to try and create a right angle in your calf and hamstring, and the knee should be about level with your laces. You're going to hold on to your dumbbell, non-working arm out wide. Again, shoulders square and level, hips square and level. Then we're going to press over your head. That's 1, 2, 12 reps again. 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and drive one more. Good. And again, bring it down to the side of your body, nice and safe. So just roll that dumbbell over, across your other side, back knee onto the floor again, lead leg forwards, bicep curl up. Okay, open your shoulder up there slightly, arm out, and let's go again. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm trying to squeeze my glutes in this position here. Again, so I'm just staying nice and centered in that motion. And you may find one side slightly harder than the other. You may have that bit of an imbalance. 9. Okay. Driving up. And there we go. So now we're going to hit the timer. So your rest period can be anywhere between 30 seconds and 1 minute. Today we're going to go for 30 seconds. So we're going to hit that timer for 30. Grab some water in between your rest. Do your thing. Okay, guys? So we're hitting the rep scheme at 12 reps today, 3 sets. Reason why we're doing that for today is that's going to help build hypertrophy. Okay, so that'll help build both strength and also help us get lean and toned as well. Okay, so it's quite a nice rep scheme to work within. If you wanted to go just building your strength, you would go more so 10 reps or 8. Okay. All right, let's go for set number 2. Back into your dumbbells, dumbbell squats, dumbbell up by your chest again, driving the hips back, pushing knees away from the body. You want to try and go for about 3 seconds on your lowering phase on the way down, and a 2-second drive. Big breath in on that way down, and breathing out on the way up. Halfway. Good stuff. Nearly there, guys. Let's go for another 3, 2, good, and 1, there we go. Come back down into that neutral position. Again, create the angles. So I'm about hip width apart, lead leg is forwards, right angle in my calf and hamstring, in my front and back leg, and we're going to press up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really important that we don't overarch the back, we don't hyperextend the back. So spine nice and straight. And again, engaging my core, squeezing the glutes, staying nice and centered in my motion on the way up and staying stable as possible. Let's swap sides. Good stuff, guys. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. We're pressing up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Big drive. Nice, guys. Again, hit your timer. Work into whatever rest you feel is needed for you and whatever rest you feel is appropriate for you. Ideally, with your rest, you would start slightly higher, and then as a progression, you would reduce and reduce and reduce your rest period that you take as you progress. Okay, so one more set, set number 3, back into our squats, and then we're going to move on for a back and chest exercise. Keeping your back nice and straight when you pick up that dumbbell or whatever equipment you're going to use for this one here. Turning your feet out, head centered, driving back in the glutes. Squeeze those glutes. The glutes should be nice and activated after the glute bridges. If you feel you need to kind of add in a bit of a longer warm up to activate weaker areas, then that's absolutely fine. Squeeze those glutes forwards. We've got to try and look at our squats as almost a backwards and forwards motion. Going backwards on the way down in hips, forwards in the hips when we stand up. Last one for our neutral press. Bringing it out. Again, center yourself, try not to move until you're nice and stable. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway. So at the top of the motion, I pause for a sec, and then I come down slow and controlled. 9, 10, and 12. Don't worry if you go a couple reps over or a couple reps under. We're only human. We might count them wrong from time to time. That's fine. It's not going to make a massive difference. You know, 1 or 2 reps here or there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep pushing. Let's go for it. 7. Good. 8, 9. Keep that back nice and straight. 11, big drive. Okay, and bringing it down there. Great stuff, guys. Okay, so next up, we're gonna move on into chest and back. Again, we're gonna do 2 simple warm-up exercises to fire up these areas. If you feel you need to, do more exercises, more warm-up exercises to activate your chest and back. That's absolutely fine. But today we're only going to go for 2 exercises. Exercise number 1, we're going to bring ourselves into bird dogs. So we're into our hands and knees. The hands are shoulder width apart. The knees are hip width apart. Okay, nice neutral spine. Now I'm going to extend my right arm in front of me, left leg behind me, pointing the toes back behind me as well. Squeezing my glutes, engaging my core, and swapping. That's 2. Today we're going to do 10. 3. Okay, so get that lock out, get that pause, get that hold. Halfway. Yeah, keep it there. And extending through. Pause, hold, and extend. Everything nice and square. Good stuff. Next up, we're going to do some chest flies, okay? So, nice and simple body weight exercise here. We're going to rest it back. Arms about shoulder width apart, up to the ceiling, okay? I'm going to squeeze the back of my shoulders on the lowering phase down. Squeezing my chest through until I'm shoulder width apart again. So shoulder blades into chest. Keeping my flow nice and controlled. Try and flatten your spine to the mat as well, guys. So this is my spine unflat. This is my core embraced, hips rocked underneath me. Spine nice and flat down, okay? What we find is the rotator cuffs, the shoulder blades, the rear deltoids, and the chest are all going to activate in this motion. Okay? Exercise number 2, guys. Exercise number 3. So we're going to work into bent over rows and the floor press. Now you can do both of these exercises with 1 dumbbell or 2. Today we're going to go for 2 dumbbells, okay? Exercise number 1 is going to be our rows for our back, okay? So, really important that we pick up the dumbbells safely here. So we're going to bring ourselves into nice straight back position, into a deep squat, okay? Keeping our back nice and straight, picking those dumbbells up, okay? That's just good practice there, guys. So we'll start off on a sideways angle. Again, we're going to go for 3 sets of 12 on both of our exercises here. We're going to start head to toe. So my ankles nice and straight, okay? You can turn out slightly if you've got poor hip flexibility, but today we're going to go nice straight ankles. Knees are soft, okay? Then I'm going to arch my hips back behind me, dropping myself down into my position. We're going to round the shoulders back and engage our core, okay? And then we're going to bring those dumbbells to your hips. That's 2, 3, 4. Good. Extend through the side of your lats. And then row through there, keeping the shoulders peeled back. Keep it working, keep it moving. Nice stuff. And we're going to go there, okay? So again, driving hips forwards. Nice deep squat to put those dumbbells back down. Okay, exercise number 2, guys, is we're going to go for a floor press. Really important that you rotate your cuffs, so all of the muscles around your shoulder blades are feeling nice and warm when we do this exercise. Because we've had the warm up and because we've done a couple of shoulder-based movements as well, my shoulders feel nice and warm, okay? So I'm gonna feel nice and stable when I'm doing this chest movement just now. So I'm gonna lie flat. I'm creating a 45 degree from my inner arms, okay, inner biceps and rib cage. That way I know that I'm gonna be pressing through my chest there, guys. My knees are about hip width apart, okay? Get comfortable, pressing that spine down. I'm gonna drive up, that's 1 rep. The dumbbells don't necessarily need to touch, But let's squeeze it in so we can kind of press the chest together. I'm trying not to bounce from the floor. Okay, so I'm going down to a dead stop position and then I drive. Nice stuff. Again, 12 reps here, keeping it controlled. Breath in on the way down, breath out on the way up. Keep working, guys. Okay, good stuff. And then when we come down, we're simply just going to place those dumbbells back down to the floor, okay? Grab a rest, grab some water if you need it, okay? So for today, like we said, we're going to do 30 seconds on our rest. We're going for 3 sets. Again, into your sets, you may choose to go for 4 and just add in a bit more load for you, a bit more, increase your frequency slightly, so therefore increasing your overall volume that you're lifting. So that will in time increase your strength as well. There's loads of different ways we can manipulate the training to make things slightly harder or to make things slightly easier as well. Okay, right, let's go for set number 2. So we're going back into the rows just now. Pushing your hips back. Get through that setup again. So ankles should be straight, knees should be soft, squeezing the glutes, engaging the core. Try and hold, get some time under tension at the top of the movement so your muscles are really activating and working. Good stuff. Nice. 2. Good. And we're going to come back down. Okay, dumbbells to floor. So a little trick when we come into a floor press is we can put the dumbbells resting onto our quads, and then we can just lie back, flick their back, and flick that side back as well. Okay, and that just saves us a bit of energy. Nice, coming down again, nice and controlled. I'm trying to squeeze my shoulder blades in on the way down and trying to press through my chest on the way up. So that's a shoulder blade activation down and a chest squeeze on the motion up there as well. And drive. Good stuff. Try and keep your wrists nice and straight. I'm trying to keep my wrist level with my elbows. Okay, so I'm not coming out wide there or arching in too much. My wrists are there or thereabouts level with my elbows as well. Okay, bringing it down. Nice, guys. And we're going to rest there again. 30 seconds on the breather. Okay, then we're going to go for our last set. Then we're going to move it on. Okay, so after this, we're going to go back into a leg and shoulder movement as well, guys, and just provide you with different movements, different exercises to go and do. Okay, again, it may be a case of saying, right, I'm going to split up this workout and just do the leg and shoulders exercises alone for one day, and then another day I'm going to do the chest and shoulders, the chest and back exercises, or sort of work it in different ways like that. Okay, right, let's move on. So back into our bent over rows, keeping that back straight, stepping it forwards, hip width apart in the knees. Okay, soften your knees there, drive the hips back. At this point here, I'm trying to squeeze my glutes, engaging my core, breathing out as I row. 2, good. Keep going, guys. Nice stuff. Keep that stability, keep your posture. Nice. Good. You find your arms and your grip will be fired up here a little bit as well. Coming down, which is fine. Okay. Last one. We're going to put the dumbbells onto the legs here. Feet flat. We're going to bring it back. Okay. And then we're going to press up. Nice. That's 1. Again, squeezing those shoulder blades on the lowering face. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Keep moving, guys. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that's number 12. Good. And controlling that last one. Good stuff. Okay. So, next up, we're going to flow into our next group of exercises. Okay. So, now we're going to come into lunges. All right. So guys, you can add up or add more activation exercises here as well. For the sake of today, we're not going to worry too much about that. Okay, so you feel nice and warmed up just now. Okay, your key muscles like your glutes, quads and hamstrings should all be fired up to just jump into the next exercise. So we're going to work on our lunges next. All right, so reverse lunges. We're going to hold the dumbbell up by your chest again. All right, and we're going to step back, kick into the floor, and then drive forwards in the hips there. The steps should be 1, 2 of your regular steps. It's really important that we kick into the floor in our back leg and the front leg staying nice and stable, keeping the heel flat, okay, to the ground, and also kicking the toes flat to the floor as well. Try and stand up in the glutes, push forwards in the glutes, okay? So we really want to make this a glute-based exercise as much as we can. That's down, keep your stability, and through. Down into the floor, keep the stability, and pull through. Down to the floor, and pull. Okay, good stuff. Next up, we're going to go for an exercise called power cleans, okay? So we're going to get the elbows to the ear for an upright row, and then elbows into the ribs, and then we're going to come back down and swap sides. This is a really good full body exercise for the shoulders, Great to fire up the rotator cuffs and the back of the shoulders on this one, guys. So we're going to start slow. Nice wide legs. First of all, we're going to drive the hips forwards, elbow to the ears, elbows to the ribs, and the dumbbell should end up by your shoulder. Okay? Then we're going to come and swap sides. So that's elbows to ears, 1, elbows to the rib cage, exercise number 2, and swap. So we've got 1, and back down, swap it. Let's go, making it nice and explosive. All right? Elbows up and through. Almost try and rotate the shoulders away from you. Okay? Keeping it nice and powerful as we drive. Using your legs, using your core muscles as much as you can. Elbows up and through. Okay, this is a great one to get the heart rate up a little bit. Elbows up and through. Good stuff, 30 seconds again. Grab some water, have a little rest. So, we're gonna go for 2 more sets, guys. Okay, so that's 3 in total, and then we'll move on for our final phase. Let's come back into our lunges. Again, keeping your back nice and straight, holding up by your chest. Let's go for it. This is great for your balance as we step back here as well. Breathing out when you come forwards. 2. Okay, you want the back knee just hovering above the floor. Keeping it controlled. Use those glutes. Try and stay shoulder width apart. And through. Coming back, staying stable, and through. Good. Keep your breathing and your reps as consistent as you can. Keep working. Keep it moving. Nearly there. Back and through. Back, down. Driving it through. Quads and hamstrings will be nice and fired there as well as the glutes. Let's go for our cleans. Reset yourself. And elbow to ear, elbows to the ribs. Come down and swap. 1, 2. Good. And we're going to go again. 3. Nice. And 4. Good stuff. Keeping it as explosive as possible. Okay. And swapping. Let's go. Elbows up and through. Good. Elbows up and through. Come down. Rotate it. Nice. Keep it nice and powerful. Up and through. Good. Up and through. Use your legs to drive, especially when you get a bit fatigued. Down and through. Good stuff. And down and through. Okay? Have a breather just there. All right? 30 seconds. And then we're going to come and jump in again. Okay? So we're going to go for 1 more set just now, back into those reverse lunges, okay, and then back into your cleans. Then we're moving on to our chest and back exercise again. Let's go for it. Let's make it happen, guys. Nearly there, doing really well. Starting shoulder width apart, stepping back, kick into the floor, heel nice and flat, pull forwards. That's 1, 2, and again. 3, keep working. 4, good. 5, try and use your glutes as you come up, halfway and through. If you need to break the movement down, stand up, then push through. Okay, keep it nice and controlled. Take your time. And there we go. Right, into our cleans, guys. Starting nice and wide in the legs. Back nice and straight. Push the hips back, chest up. 1, and we're going to swap. Let's go again. 2, and 3. Good, keep it working. And 4, nice. Good stuff. Nice, guys, keep moving, keep pushing. Elbows up, and rotate. Good, nice. Keep that core embrace, keep it nice and powerful. Let's go. Nice, and we're going to finish on this side just now. And up through, and then bringing it back through. Nice, guys. Okay. Right, we're going to move on to our next exercise. Okay, so in this next position, we're going to get ourselves into essentially an incline press-up position. So there's a couple different ways we can do this. What we're going to do for today is we're going to use a wall today. Okay, so it's nice and simple for you at home. This is a single side exercise. So we're going to have hand onto wall, okay? Stepping back, okay? So we're in what would be a wall press up like position. Heels can either be flat or off the ground. Then from there, we're going to hold on to our dumbbell and we're going for a nice deep row. Okay, my hand should be level with my shoulder. So on my stabilizing side, on my left hand side. Okay, and I'm just working through there into my back. Okay, so it's a bit of a deeper row than normal. And what we'll find is we can really work into the core as well. Good stuff. Right, let's swap sides. So reset your position, both hands on initially, stepping it back. Push the hips down, bend those knees slightly. Okay, and we're going to work into the back again. I'm trying to get my dumbbell to the hips, chin staying tucked in. Nice, guys. Keep it working, keep it moving. Good. Keep going, keep flowing with it. Nice, nice and controlled. When you straighten the arm back out, keep your tempo. Nice. And there we go. Good stuff. So next up, we're going to come into our press again. So this is very similar to the exercise we've just done for the chest, okay? However, this time, we're going to work into the lower chest. How we're going to do that is we're going to drive the glutes up, holding a glute bridge position, and then drive through. And what we'll find is you can really feel this exercise in the lower chest area. Okay? Keep the hips extended through, keep the core activated and engaged, making sure we're not hyperextending the back, so overarching the back. Good stuff. Keep that moving, driving it up, control, and push, and push. Good stuff. Nearly there. Like I said, if you're anything like me, you might end up forgetting your reps, and that's fine. Okay? Good stuff, guys. 30 seconds rest. Okay, grab some water. So, we've got 2 more of these ones again. We're going to go for 3 sets. And then, guys, that's just us done. Okay? Then we're going to jump in for a quick bit of yoga to finish ourselves off. Okay? So we can just make sure that we've got a nice level of release in our tight muscles. So let's get back into our rows. Just going to move this over here. Straighten yourself up, guys. So, hand out in front of you, feet shoulder width apart, nice and stable, and that's one nice deep row. 2, 3, 4, so 5, 6, 7, good, 8, 9, 10, 11, and number 12, good stuff. So when you know you're doing this exercise right, you're going to feel it in the side of the back in your lats, guys. Okay, starting again, bringing that hand down, and we're going to row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, good, 5, 6, 7, good, keep working, keep moving, nice, good stuff. Okay guys, and just control it on the way down. So next up, we're going to come into our decline press for that lower chest. So let's set that up. Bringing it down, working through, again, drive those hips up, and we're going to press that. 1, control down, 2, 3, keep your hips fully extended, 4, 5, good, you're working, halfway, try to squeeze the lower chest together, and control it down. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman doing this exercise. Okay, you're all going to be hitting the same muscle groups. Keep going, guys. Nice. Like I said, we can do that exercise as well on a single dumbbell. So if you've only got one dumbbell to play about with at home, that's absolutely fine. Okay, grab your wall. So have a rest. Then we've got one more set. And that's us done here. And then we're going to jump in with our yoga stuff, guys. Okay? So, we're going to get back into our setup. Just be mindful, it will take you 10 seconds or so to set up between exercises. And that's going to count as our rest as well, guys. All right? If we're really working and keeping the intensity nice and high. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep going, 7, 8, 9, good. Okay, let's swap sides. Again, on these ones, guys, because it's a single side, we'll just throw them straight into that other side. Very similar to when we did our shoulder movement for the neutral press and also the cleans. Keep it going. What you might find is your legs are fired up a little bit after doing all of the leg workouts. That's great. Keep using the glutes. Keep engaging through the core as well. Nice work. There, okay. Final exercise. Back into our decline press for the lower chest. Let's set it up. Okay. We're going to bring it back. Again, you can flick your dumbbells there with you using your legs there slightly as well, guys. And we're going to pull through. That's 1, using that lower chest. 2, 3, 4, good, 5. Keep working. If you feel your heels your glutes not activated that much, just heels closer to you. Okay, just to improve the angle there slightly. I'm still doing the same principle. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades on the way down, squeezing through the chest on the way up. Nice. Keep working, keep moving. Let's go. Get your reps done. Nice, guys. Okay, let's move straight on to yoga. Alrighty. So ideally, we'll be able to keep this workout in under half an hour. So minus the sort of intro and me talking and whatnot, we should be finished roughly in about half an hour as well, guys. So it's a short and sharp resistance workout there, guys. Okay? First thing we're going to do is stretch off the shoulders and also hamstrings. Okay? So we're going to get ourselves into a pipe press up position. bum up to the ceiling, and hold from here. So we're going to either hold anywhere between 30 seconds and 45. If you don't have a timer handy, just work into breath, guys. So try and go for about 10 deep breaths in, and then out. Pressing your heels into the floor. Okay. And with your shoulders, we're almost just trying to pull the shoulders down and in. So your shoulders are going to get shoulder tension and a bit of a stretch. And it's going to be your hamstrings and your calf that really feel this stretch just now. And just safely bring it down. We're going to drive the glutes back behind us. Really, really basic back stretch this into our prayer pose or child's pose. And again, guys, with every breath out, see if you get lower and lower to the floor. Good stuff. If that's a bit uncomfortable on your ankles, you can kick the toes into the floor and hold from there. So either work into time, 30 seconds to 45, or just going for 10 deep breaths. Again, guys, when you're doing this, it's best to sort of follow it quite strictly. Today, as I'm showing you, we may be slightly off on the timers, but that's okay. Cool. Next up, we're going to come into the glutes, guys. Really, really important stretch and area to stretch, guys, because it's highly activated during all of the leg movements and a lot of our upper body work as well. So we're going to do this in 2 phases. Phase number 1 is we're getting one foot flat to the floor and picking up my other leg, okay, that other ankle above the flat leg, okay, and then just pushing my glute away from me. You can use your hand, or you can just simply drive away in your leg, and you should feel that bit of a pull through the outer glute and also in the piriformis, the mid glute there as well. Again, guys, it's either breath, it's either timed. Do whatever works for you. Then from there, I want us to go both hands onto the back of the non-working hamstring. So we're just elevating the foot off the floor now, okay? And we're just getting a bit deeper into the stretch. As we stretch, and in any stretch, any yoga-based movements, I want you to try and relax the areas of the body that, number 1, we're working, but also more importantly, number 2, that we're not working. Often we find we get ourselves in a certain position, the whole of the body tenses up. So it's a case of relaxing your shoulders. If you're stretching the glutes, for instance, it's relaxing the back even if you're stretching the glutes. Okay? And then it gets easier to relax the direct area that you're stretching. Deep breath in and out. Okay, guys. Keep that breath there. Almost imagine you're breathing into the area you're stretching. And every time you breathe out, that's the relaxation breath. So, we relax the body and ease off a bit of tension there, guys. Pull that leg back towards you and take your time with it. Good stuff. Nice, guys. Pulling your leg in. Good, try and breathe it out. Well done. Okay. Nice, guys. Okay. Right, next up, we're going to stretch out the forearm, chest, and shoulders. Okay. So if we jump up, hands onto the wall. Okay. Just be mindful, guys. You may be a little lightheaded, so take your time. Just being coming from a standing to floor position, or floor to standing. So if we can, I want us to go hand onto the wall, then rotate the fingers away from us, and then you're just going to open up your body. So if you can open up as much as an angle as you can, that's great. As we open up the body, you're going to stretch out your forearm, you're going to stretch out your biceps, but most importantly, that sort of nasty area in between your chest and shoulders, it gets really, really tight. Then on your other side, you can just get the stretch a little deeper just by pulling round, okay? Again, try and relax the areas of the body that don't need to be switched on and tensed, okay? And work even times or into your breath, okay? Don't take my time in for the stretches for the be all and end all, guys, okay? just simply because I'm showing you your examples today. Okay, and swapping sides. So again, hands onto the wall. Your hand should be shoulder width, shoulder level, so shoulder height. And then it's a case of slow, controlled steps round. Okay, and opening up through your chest. Deep breaths in and out. Deep breaths in and out, guys. Keep it there. What you find on this stretch, you get a bit of a pull through your back. You get a bit of a pull in that sort of trunk rotation area. So you can stretch out the obliques there slightly as well. Okay, guys. Breathing it through. Nice. Okay. Well done, guys. We'll stop there for today. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.